Hello everyone. This is November the 24th, 2022. It is. The time is 12:30 p.m. and we have a cool 0 degrees Celsius and 0 Celsius. That would be 32 Fahrenheit. Okay, today I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to take you on some steep hills and back streets of Dartmouth. This is our first steep hill. And if I'm not winded when I get done all these steep hills, then I'll know I'm in good shape. This is a very steep hill. And it's a one-way street, so I have to walk back down it because it's not a two-way street. I don't think I can. I might be able to go around the turn. I'm not sure, but it is a one-way street for driving. We'll see. Maybe I can walk it. If I can, then that's great. We'll have to backtrack. Yeah, it certainly is a steep hill. I don't know what percentage it would be, but when I turn around and you see it, you'll realize how steep this hill is. I say we climbed about 60, 70 feet since we started up this hill. So it's pretty, I can keep on going, I think. I don't have to turn around and come back. It's just a one way for the cars. I'm gonna turn around and show you the hill. See that? I'm far enough up, I'm looking right down on the roofs of the houses after just a short distance. Very steep hill. All right, let's continue on. I tell you the name of that street, but I don't know it. And I don't feel like walking back down the hill to see what it is, okay? Next time I'm on it, I'll maybe point that out. Look, just looking at it from here, look, you can't even see the bottom of it. It's down underneath the start of it. So, anyways, let's continue on. It's a little bit cool this morning. I got my gloves on, and I'm dressed quite warm, so I should be okay for the elements. Look, there's still a few leaves on some of these trees. Imagine that. I thought they're pretty well all gone, but there's a tree there that managed to hang on to its dry leaves. Oh, this street I'm on is Newcastle Street. So I don't know if it counts when you go around the turn down the hill, but right now it's Newcastle Street. And that's Albert that way. I'm not going to take that one. We're going to continue on this way. Newcastle Street. The street I'm on is not that steep right here, but I don't know what's down around the turn. I've never walked down all the way down around here before. This will be my very first time, and this isn't that far away from where I live. But I get all over the city and way out in the country and all kinds of places and don't know my own neighborhood. So we got to try harder to do things in my neighborhood so I can get to learn it just a little bit better. I know I commented on that before. I walked down streets and had no idea what was there. And it was very close to home. Look at this house right here. Isn't that one of a kind? Right up the very top, there's windows all the way around. Wow, that's pretty cool. It's a nice street because it's sheltered from the wind. I can't feel any wind down here at all. Kind of sheltered. You're right down under a hill. The houses and the yards and the look of some of the cars down here looks like this is a good neighborhood where people can, they're earning enough to have things. A lot of people aren't. A lot of people aren't earning enough to own a house and a nice car. But it looks like that type of neighborhood right here, I would say. First time I ever walked down through here. It might be the last, I don't know. We'll see. Probably won't be the last, but it's the first. I'm surprised that all the leaves are still on the trees this way. Because some places there's not a leaf to be found anywhere. It must be that the sun shines here a lot and keeps it warm because just the way it's laid out here at the hill blocking the wind. And I don't know what this, there's a lot of leaves that are gone, but still there's trees, a lot of the trees. That one right there has got leaves on it. Yeah, this is quite amazing. There's one in there that's covered in leaves. And I thought they were all gone for this year. Nope, guess not. I think the ducks have left our neighborhood though, right by our lake where I live. We have ducks there every year. And I think they're gone because I came by there this morning, I didn't see any ducks. And I don't think they're around anymore. You don't see the ducks in the wintertime. I think they fly. They're not as good at flyers as geese are, but they still fly somewheres because you don't see them in the wintertime. Well, this is really quite a walk down through here. Old Ferry Road, okay, I know where we're going. I know basically where we are. We're parallel to Pleasant Street, which is just up there. That would be Pleasant Street, and we're parallel to that because Old Ferry Road goes across Pleasant Street, so I know that. Maybe I'll walk that one, I come back. I just want to walk the rest of the way down because I want to walk the rest of the way down so I can see what's down here because I've never been down here before. And I know you get a good look across the harbor at a different vantage point than you would where we usually are up by the ferry terminal. I might even walk down yet and have a look at that when I come back up. First time in this neighborhood. Lovely neighborhood. Beautiful. Great place to live. I don't think there's too many houses for sale down here, but there is an apartment building. If you wanted to live in this neighborhood but can't afford a house, there's a whole bunch of apartments right up here. I'm an apartment dweller. I've never owned a house in my life, but it's all a matter of perspective. I don't really need a house. Apartments are all right. The only thing I don't like about apartments, you got to watch the noise. I like to get my guitar out sometimes and crank it out. Nobody's ever complained in our building. but they could. When I lived in Ontario, we lived in a building up there, and the rule was no making noise after, I think it's 9 o'clock at night or something like that. If you're making noise in the daytime, a reasonable amount of noise, nobody could say anything. So I had a little band going. We had a guitar, bass, and keyboard. So I heard three instruments, all amplified and a PA system set up in my living room. I come home one Saturday after we had been jamming in the living room. And I got off the elevator and there was a sign on the wall, so as soon as the elevator opened, I could see it. The arrow pointing the opposite way from my building, or from my apartment. The arrow pointing the other way said, quiet end. And the arrow pointing up towards where I lived said, noisy end. But that was as much as I was ever told about it. Nobody ever came knocking on the doors and stop that noise, so we kept on making it. I just discovered a park I didn't know was here. Look at this, I'm learning things today. And now we're going to experience another steep hill. Well, hey, this might look like I thought this was a pretty rich neighborhood down through there. It must be just that area there. Because once I get up here where the apartments are, I see a sign that says, food bank for the working poor. So it's not all well-to-do people down here. You got the apartment inn down here. And there's a lot of apartments too. This is called Newcastle Street Park. So I guess I'm on Newcastle Street. Very nice little park. I'm going to go to the sidewalk side, okay? And maybe when we come back down the hill, we'll just go down by the water and have a better look at across the harbor from here, because I've never been in this location. I didn't even know these apartments were down here or anything. Look, that's kind of crazy. There's no gates on that park, and there's a sign there that says, no entry after 10 p.m. Now, if you walk in there, what's to stop you? I don't know. I don't think if you're walking in there, the police are going to stop and say, what are you doing in there? It would take a bylaw officer to enforce that. It's too minor a thing to worry about. There's not even much in the park. A few playthings there, and the kids won't be out that late. So, yeah, it's one of those things. Well, here's another steep hill. We're going to get this video started out was going to be about steep hills in my neighborhood. But I discovered some things down here that I got to keep in there too. So it's not all about steep hills in the neighborhood. It's also this neighborhood. I've never really walked in it. I've gone by it on Pleasant Street, but I've never walked through here ever before. So we're learning something new. And we are going up steep hills. And I know there's a real steep one I'm going to walk yet. And this is something new to me today. Now I think we're going to join up Pleasant Street down here, because that's what it looks like. But I've never been on this road through here before. That's the very first time I've ever taken that street down through, and you can't drive down, it's a one-way street, so that's, yeah. And these look like they're Killam apartments. That's who I rent from too. That's who everybody rents from in Halifax and Dartmouth. Killam. They're the big rental company here. So anybody planning on coming to Halifax and you're looking to rent, call Killam. There's the phone number right there on the sign. Okay, there you go. 8600, 465, 8600. There you go. You can do it all online too. You can do it all online. That's what we did when we left Toronto 4.5 years ago now. I know time's flying. I used to say, I left Toronto 2 years ago. Then I would say 3 years ago. Then I say 4. Now we're pushing 4.5. We're almost to 4.5. We've been here. Next summer it'll be 5 years. Can you imagine? Time flies so fast. So I think what we'll do now, we'll go down here a little bit. Then I don't want to wind all the way up down here in Woodside, because that's kind of where I'm headed, but I don't want to, it's not about that. I've been in Woodside before, because we are on Pleasant Street now, so we'll go up here a little bit, and then I'm going to go down by the waterfront and look across at the city, and then we'll find some more streets to explore. Funny how neighborhoods can change rapidly, huh? Everybody was once in nice houses and late model cars, and just like that, I'm in an apartment, and signs telling people don't go in the park after 9 o'clock and all the stuff. You know, it can change pretty quick. Now Halifax is a city of neighborhoods. I'm on Boundary Street. I'm going to just walk down it because I think it'll give me a good view of looking across at the city from down here. It looks like I'm right across from Spring Garden Road when I get down here. That's what it looks like. Which puts me quite far down. This is where I should have came when the Gerald Ford aircraft carrier was here. The largest aircraft carrier in the world was here in this harbor, and I couldn't get a good look at it because next time something like that comes in, now I know where to go, because they always park it way up, and I was too far away where I was. But up here would have been a good vantage point to look at that, and I didn't know about it. Now I do. It might get a little windy down here by the water, but I got my microphone underneath my jacket, and it's fairly high up, close to where my mouth can still hear me. So I think if I do get a little bit of wind, I might be able to handle it. The last time I was out in the wind, I wore this jacket here. I tried a lighter jacket that was a windproof jacket, but it didn't help. Still picked up the wind. But this jacket is my winter jacket. I call it a winter jacket, but if I'm out in a very cold day, I need a heavy sweater under it. It's supposed to be a winter jacket, but anyways, let's get down here where we can have a little look around. Looks like we can get a pretty good look at the city from over here. And it looks like a walkway down here, which we will explore if there is a walkway down here. It looks that way. Maybe not. This just could be the end of it right here at the end of the street, I guess. Yeah, I don't think there's a walkway down here. It might be. I don't know. We'll see. It's possible. I think that's a fishing boat out there. There's different kinds of ships come in here. There's fishing boats because they unload the fish from those large boats. And there's oil. There's oil ships that come in and unload oil. And there's container ships that come in here. Now look at this. Isn't this a great view of the city from here? Wow. This is great. This is probably one of the best places to look over at the city. You can't see it all. You can't see way up in the north end because those trees are right there. What? It's still a great vantage point to see the city from. Let's see, that island right there, George's Island, that's where the boat was parked. Somewhere about where that one is right there, somewhere in here. And if I would have came down here, I could have got a really good view of it. But now it's over in England, I think. I think that's where it is in the UK. Anyways, take a little look at the skyline of Halifax here for any of you folks who don't live here. You want a good look at what it looks like? There's the north end up there, right where those tall buildings are under construction. That's the north end. Where that building is right there is on the corner of Allman and Roby. You might as well say Allman goes down to the next street, but Allman and Roby, that's pretty much one of the busy corners in the north end. Young and Roby is about the busiest intersection, I say, in the north end. And that one is, Allman is one street before Young Street. Okay, so if you can see that tall building, that's going to be a great marker because you'll be able to see that anywhere in the city, and that is a good marker. You just look over and see that, and you know where it's located. Okay? Now where you see that building, right about in the center of the screen, quite a large, tall building, it's quite wide. That is at the end of Spring Garden Road, and it's on Barrington. Barrington and Spring Garden Road is where that building is right there. After you get to know these buildings, you can tell where every building's kind of unique. So you know where you are. That big one, that tallest one over there, that's Tower Road. That's by the university. And I don't know if it's I think it might be a residence for the university, but I'm not sure. Could be just an apartment building. I never found that out for sure. Okay. Well, that's about all there is to see standing right here. I'm at 23 minutes now, so I gotta keep moving. I see there's a pathway down in here. I'm not sure where it goes. You want to explore? Okay, let's try it. Hey, we're just doing a video, right? We start out. I might have a plan when I start out, but it don't mean it can't change. This is pretty cool. I promised you a steep hill. This one's a steep path. All right. This is great. I had no idea what I was going to discover up here, but this is absolutely wonderful up here. I found a trail. I found a trail that takes me right down here. And I don't think I can walk out on that dock because those docks are for unloading ships. So I can't go there. But this is a steep hill. It's taking me all the way down, I think. Oh, I see where I'm at. The Woodside Terminal, by the looks of it, I think. Maybe not. No, I don't think I'm down that far yet. I don't think I'm at Woodside, but maybe. We'll see if these are the ferry boats down here. Kind of look like them. We'll find out. time, won't we? But I don't think so. No, I don't believe this. There's just boats down here. Yeah, this is not the Woodside Ferry Terminal. I think the Woodside Terminal is down that way a bit farther yet. I did a video going across on the boat there once to Woodside and getting off and showing that neighborhood. That was a while back now. Well, I know now where this goes. This goes right all the way back to almost to where I started. If I wanted to walk all the way back, which I don't think I'm going to go that direction, but we'll take a little look right here and see what we got. We got some small ships. They could be fishing ships, or they could be something else. Well, anyway, we got a dock here for these ships. I think this path will just take me right back to the street across from Tim Hortons, but I don't want to go that way because I want to go a different route today. Okay, so we can always do that another day. And that's there's the McDonald Bridge over there. You can see that really good from here. I'll swing my lens around here so you can see it. The McDonald Bridge is off there in the distance. And we're looking at the harbor, Halifax Harbor, which is really sheltered here from the ocean. It goes in quite a ways. You get right up in Bedford there, you're really sheltered. When we had a hurricane, they put some boats up in there to keep them safe. And right straight across where that construction is by Staples, and where you're just starting into the north end, and everything from there on up there going towards north end. Okay, that's downtown, and everything below that. Those tall buildings over there in the end is the south end. Okay, so I don't think we'll go any further that way because I know where it's going to end up anyway. So we'll go back this way. Now you got a split in the trail right here. And I presume I can walk down it if I want to. I didn't see anything saying. If I see a sign that says private property, I won't go down any further. But if I don't see a sign, then I'll walk down. I'm just curious. I've never been here before. This is pretty amazing. This is probably the trail that you go right down to Woodside. I know when you're at Woodside Ferry Terminal and you're walking up towards Pleasant Street, there's a pathway like this. It turns to gravel after you get in there a little ways, but it's kind of like this. So I'm kind of thinking that possibly this is the trail that'll go all the way down to Woodside Ferry Terminal. More than likely, this is it. Just making a guess, because I don't know. They got all these walkways here. There's no signs that says don't go down there. Okay, you can't go, don't have to worry, there's a gate across that, so you don't have to worry anyway. You can go down as far as the train track. But I won't go down there because I don't want to go where I'm not supposed to be. Yes, this is pretty nice here. I didn't even know this was here. I always thought the trail might go all the way from Woodside up to the ferry terminal, but I didn't know for sure. Now I know. Now I know. Now you're looking right out towards the ocean. Straight out there, as far as you can see, you're heading towards the ocean. Point Pleasant Park is over there too. What a beautiful day we got today. Look, there's not a cloud in the sky. It's nothing but blue sky everywhere I look. Nothing but blue sky. And if you can stay out of the wind, it's not very cold. As I'm discovering, I'm down under the hill here, and I'm not really in the wind. Yeah, and it's not cold, it's okay. Not really cold at all down here. I know what I gotta do now. I gotta take this trail. I gotta walk this. I gotta walk this from the ferry terminal to Woodside. That would be a nice video, wouldn't it? Yep, I gotta do that soon. Very soon. When I'm feeling ambitious. The day when the wind's not gonna blow too severely in off the harbor. But today I've got other plans and things that I need to do, so I have to be mindful of the time too, because I have to pick my son up from work and I can't stay out too long. So we're going to come as far as here. I'm not going to go the rest of the way because I don't want to take up too much time and then I'm late getting home. If it wasn't for that building right there, what a view I could show you of Halifax. The way it's building up here, like that little peninsula sticking up there. All the city, oh yes, it's really growing here. What you used to know of Halifax is not the same thing anymore. There's lots of parts to the city now. There's a shipyard way over there. You can see in line with the bridge. Irving. Well, this is great. I didn't even ever come down to this before. Now I know exactly where this goes. It's going to come out. You can walk on this trail and you can go all the way up to the ferry terminal. Or you can come out on one of the streets, and the street right across from Tim Hortons on Portland, that's where, almost where I came onto this walkway, not quite, but very close to there. Okay, so this is really amazing. Now we've got to walk this from beginning to end, from ferry terminal to Woodside. I promise you I will do this walk. Not today, because I don't have time. Time won't permit, because I got so many things to do with my time. Like, I don't have a full day for just going out making videos. I wish I did. Well, I could make a couple a day if I had a whole day to myself, but I don't, unfortunately. So, anyway, I'm going to go back the same trail I came down on, which was right just up here. And we got to cut up over that hill. And on the way home, we'll look for some more steep hills. There's a lot of steep hills in this city. There's a lot over in Halifax too, but Dartmouth got a lot of steep hills. Wow, I got 34 minutes in. I didn't even know what I was going to do today. Well, by the time I get this video done, it'll be pushing an hour probably. Because I got one more steep hill I want to walk up yet. And that'll put me fairly close to where I live. All right, back up through here. We walked down this hill, now we'll walk back up. A lot of people probably don't even know this is here, like these walkways and things. They probably have no idea. They were just walk around Halifax all the time, don't come over to Dartmouth, they wouldn't know anything about these walkways that I've discovered down here. Well, this is a steep hill. This qualifies as a steep hill for sure. Well, that was quite a journey, wasn't it? Now we're back up where we started. Where I looked out over the first time at the city was right here. Right there. I just stopped here to catch my breath. That was a steep hill. We came up from down there. We took a longer route. That was a gradual incline. Whoops, my lens is getting away on there. There we go. Okay. Back again. Okay. Yeah, this is a nice little spot. They got two little benches just past that wall. You can sit there and look out over the water. It's great. And look at the leaves still on that tree. And here I thought they were all gone. Nope. It looks more like September over here than it does almost the end of November. It really does. This is a great part of the city to be in. Okay. Now we're going to walk back this way. And this is not the street I took before, but we're going to go this way just to give you a little variation here. This is Harbor Drive, one street down from the one we came up the first time. This has been a great video today. I love this when I make discoveries, stuff that I didn't even know was here. Okay, now we're going downhill again. It's either uphill or downhill, isn't it? Breeze right here. You might hear a little wind noise, maybe. It's hard to say. Through my jacket, I don't know if you will or not. I've been out in the wind noise before with this jacket on. I could hear little bits of noise, but it wasn't anything I couldn't handle. This is all Dartmouth. Everything you see down here is still Dartmouth. Dartmouth, you might think it's small compared to Halifax, but Dartmouth takes in a big area. You couldn't walk it from cover the whole. It's too big an area. More of Killam Apartments. Well, I'm going to go up this way now. We'll see if I can get back on the street I was on this morning, because I want to take Old Ferry Road from there. And I know it's a steep hill. And that'd be my last steep hill maybe before I get home. We'll see. That don't quite look like the street I was on either. Esdale Avenue, but Esdale Avenue. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when we get up there. Let's see. I might be able to tell when I look down it. No, that's not the street I was on this morning. Maybe one more street. One more street, maybe. If this turns out to be Pleasant Street, well, we can still get on Old Ferry Road from Pleasant Street, which I think this will be Pleasant Street. Somehow the way I walked is a little different. We'll see. We don't know until I get out here. Okay, I know where we are now. Pleasant Street is down that way, and this is the hill we took this morning, took this walkway. We don't need to go back the way we came, because I can still get on Old Ferry Road, and there's still a steep hill. So we'll go over this way. This is a one-way, so nobody can drive down it. All right, we're going to walk down Pleasant Street to Old Ferry Road. And we'll take that right up through, and we'll be able to get on to Portland. And then I'll be close to home. We're at 43 minutes right now in this video. This turned out to be really great because we discovered stuff. I love it when I discover things that I didn't know was here. There's probably a lot of other things I haven't discovered yet too. If I haven't got any cars coming, I gotta try to get across to the other side. First time there's nothing coming. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go across to the other sidewalk. Okay, I'll wait till these cars go by. And then I'm gonna make my run. I'm gonna run for it now. There we go. Now I'm across. Used to be a church right there. Tore down, it's long gone. Okay. That wire must be hanging from when we had the hurricane. Do you remember that video where we drove under the tree? It was hanging right out across the road. We just missed it. We drove underneath of it. Just touched one of the branches a little bit. Not enough to hurt anything. That was on this street right here. Pleasant Street. This is the street that'll take you down to Woodside and Eastern Shore and all that stuff. Well, we'll walk to Old Ferry Road and we'll go up over the hill. And that will be a nice steep hill to walk today. And here's a bus stop. You can catch the bus right here from uptown. I hope I didn't miss Old Ferry Road. Now that would be bad if I missed it after promising to walk up it. Hopefully it's ahead of us. Because I did take a different route back. It's possible that I could have walked past Old Ferry Road, but I don't think so. I think it's still on this road. If I see a crosswalk with lights, that's Old Ferry Road. If I don't see that, then I've walked below it before I came up. I won't be able to get on it. Hopefully it's all good. If not, we'll have to improvise, I guess. I'm starting to get concerned. I might have took the wrong road. I'm on the right road, but I might have got on a little too late and already passed Old Ferry Road. I hope not. I'm hoping that's not the case. Whoops. There we go. Either way, it'll still be a nice walk regardless. But yes, okay, it's still in front of me because I see the walk signs across the street up here, and that's where Old Ferry Road is right there, where those walk signs are at the crosswalk. So everything is going to be all right. I promised you one more steep hill, but this is going to probably be one of the steepest. I don't know if it's as steep as that first one was on this morning, but it might be. All right, this is Old Ferry Road. That's my marker. If I'm driving the car and I want to cut up through this way, I just watch for those walk signs, the crosswalk, and you can press a button and get those flashing so you can cross safely here. All right, here we are, Old Ferry Road. I promised you a steep hill, and you shall have a steep hill. Here we go. My last steep hill of the morning walk here. I don't even know what time it is. Could be afternoon now. We'll see when I get home. kind of a narrow street, and it's steep. Maybe I'll cross the street in case somebody comes whipping around that turn. They'll be able to see me. Now, Old Ferry Road here, got a couple of numbers in there. Apartment buildings that are 49A and 49 in there. And that's all there are in there. And then Ferry Road continues on up around. It's all uphill on Old Ferry Road. Oh, there we go. Halifax will keep you in shape walking around, especially if you get on these streets with the hills. They get you breathing, and it's good for you. Okay, we'll continue on till we get to the top of Old Ferry Road, and then we'll be on Portland, and I'll be heading towards home. I worked up an appetite doing this walking. I get home, I gotta get something to eat. And then, whoops, this thing turned around on me again. There we go. Well, this has been a great walk. 52 minutes so far. I won't bore you with Portland again because we've walked that so many times. So once I get to the top of Old Ferry Road and catch my breath, I'll sign off. Okay, it's almost an hour. It'll be about close to 55 minutes time we get up there. And then we'll just walk the rest of the way home. All right, so there we are, looking back at Old Ferry Road. A steep hill as well, and a back street as well. Okay, Old Ferry in Portland, right here. So I gotta turn around and sign off. All right, on the corner of Old Ferry Road in Portland. If you enjoyed this video, push that like button, and then I'll just know you liked it and it was a great video. And whoa, my lens is turning around on me here. Okay, I'm gonna walk because I might as well walk while I'm signing off. So push that like button, and that would be great. And if you're not yet a subscriber, I hope that you will become a subscriber. It costs nothing. There's no fees for being a subscriber. All it is, you're just going to get your phone will get my videos whenever I make my videos. And if you hit that notification bell, it'll give a little ding. You look at your phone and there's Halifax Walker with a new video. Okay? And if you are a subscriber, this is important. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for becoming a subscriber. Really, really appreciate it. Okay? And with that, I like to say, I hope you're having a very good day today. Take care, be safe, and we'll see you all on the next video. Bye for now.